This week on iBN Heartland, Allen from Texas and their Alabama-bound quarterback took center stage. Did the Eagles do enough in their top 30 matchup with Longview to soar to the top spot, or will they fall in next week's rankings? To find out, we'll talk it over with Rivals High senior analyst Dallas Jackson. It's all coming up right here on iBN Heartland. Hey there, high school football fans. This is iBN Heartland, and I'm your host, Sam Farber. So glad you could take time out of your busy week to join us here. We've got a lot to talk about. Dallas Jackson will be by in just a moment. To talk things over, we're specifically looking at Allen. Are they going to be able to jump to that top spot, or will it still be occupied by someone else, perhaps maybe still Don Bosco Prep? We'll focus in on your neck of the woods right now, though, here with the regional replay.
Lead off with Southlake Carroll taking on Berkner. Berkner QB Jedediah Lewis scrambling for his life, throws it up for grabs, and he finds Fred White, co-captain, on the other end for the score. The day would belong, though, to Southlake Carroll. We love kickers. Drew Brown, a 35-yard field goal, 20-10 the final in favor of Southlake. On to number 2, Allen taking on number 27 Longview, and Allen's Alabama-bound quarterback Alec Morris was dialing it up to Andrew Rodriguez all day long. First touchdown there was for 32 yards. This one for 31. Such a pretty ball through the air into the end zone for 6. Finally, he'll cap the night with an 11-yard score to Matt Cornell, and Allen rolls 42-23. Finally, we've got Euless Trinity with a huge defensive performance against Ridgeland. Moangi Latu with the major hit pickup by Brian Munoz as Euless Trinity recovers. Finally, some offense. Kailahi Kauatai through the air, 32 yards for Wesley Goodwin, and Trinity rolls 64-0.
Allen and their Alabama commit quarterback obviously making a big splash on our regional replay. Now to talk about Allen and the Eagles, we bring in Dallas Jackson, senior analyst from Rivals High. Dallas, Allen's been very, very impressive. They come from the best high school football state in the nation, in Texas. What does this team have to do to become number one?
Well, right now they're knocking on that door. They went this week and they beat a very good Longview team at Longview, which is hard to do. Longview's a very good team at home. They dominated the offensive and defensive lines, and Alec Morris threw for another 300 yards and a number of scores. So Allen just needs to stay the course. If you run through a 6-game Texas playoff and you end up undefeated, your name is automatically in the hat for a national championship. And they're a team that's very talented, and they could absolutely do it.
Now, the other aspect of winning a national championship, it's a lot like college football. You have to be in the conversation before you run the table to really have a chance to be number one. And right now, Allen is alone, it seems, in Texas in terms of being in the conversation. Is there another club that has the strength of schedule regular season that they could get into the mix and perhaps, if they win it all, become the number one team in the nation and not just Texas?
Well, that's one of the big knocks about Texas high school football is the lack of interplay among the best teams. You look at a team like Euless Trinity, and you just assume they're going to go undefeated because of the schedule they play, and so it doesn't give them the strength of schedule points they need to get into that discussion early. There's a team, DeSoto, who is really making some noise right now. They've had a number of impressive wins, and a lot of people are really moving them up their Texas boards, myself included. If they get into that top 5 in Texas area, and then they go and run the table, which they have yet to do, they have a suspect defense in their history. So there's teams that we have our eye on, but none right now that jump out.
It's the rare knock on Texas high school football. Glad we can at least, get a little bit of a mix in there on our opinion of the Lone Star State. Dallas, thanks so much for the time. We look forward to talking to you again next show. That will wrap it up for iBN Heartland, but make sure to keep on clicking around. We've got the best plays in the nation, maybe one from that Allen Eagles win in our iBN National Show with the top 10. For now, I'm Sam Farber saying thanks for watching iBN Heartland.